Assalamu alaikum. It's nice to see you again as we continue to bring the divine into the daily by understanding how we can incorporate the 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into our daily lives to improve our relationships with our spouse and with our children. The name that we're going to discuss today is Al-Haqq, which means the truth. Now, the concept of the truth in our relationships is a bit of a tricky one, because frequently between husband and wife or between child and parent, we will hear a statement or a phrase such as, "Why are you not telling the truth? Tell the truth. That's not really how it happened. Why don't you tell how it really happened? Tell the truth." Now, what's interesting about the truth is that we sometimes like to treat the truth as if it is an unwavering absolute. But the reality is that the only truth, the only haqq, which is unwavering, which is an absolute, is al-haqq, that refers to the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is the truth. In our day-to-day lives, the truth can often depend upon our perception. So rather than viewing the truth as an absolute that exists outside of us and who we are, instead we understand that the truth can be based on how we view it. So for example, if there is a husband and a wife who are in an argument, and the husband may say something that is hurtful to the wife, or vice versa, the wife may say something that is hurtful to the husband. In recounting this situation, particularly in the counseling paradigm, which we see consistently at Cornerstone, the reminiscence or the remembrance of what had actually occurred may be different in each person's view. So the husband may say something such as, "I never said anything hurtful. I didn't say it in that way. You're not telling the truth." And vice versa, the wife may also say, "Stop lying. This is how it happened." In that type of a situation, as a counselor, it's not the role of a third party to say, "Well, this is exactly how it happened. You are telling the truth and you are not." Instead, the important takeaway from this type of situation is to better understand the perspective. Why does one person perceive a situation in one way and another person perceive it in a completely different way? One of the exercises that we do sometimes in psychology is there will be an image where if you look at it from a certain angle, it may look like the image of a young woman, and if you look at it from a different angle, it may look like the image of an older woman. And again, we'll often see that what someone sees first, or how someone analyzes or assesses the image first, depends on what they view as the truth. This means that the truth is no longer something that is predictable or something that everyone has to agree upon. Instead, it is something that is based on perception when we talk about situations within a relationship. So this is very different from an absolute truth. An absolute truth would be if we were to say, the sky is blue, the grass is green. However, if someone were to say the grass is a light green and the other person were to say the grass is a dark green, again, this is not a shifting in truth, it is a difference in perspective. The same goes for our children. When our children recount a situation that may have occurred at school, that may occur with friends, that something they may have seen, sometimes as parents we may say something like, "You're not telling the truth. That's not really what happened." As a parent, this is where we should stop ourselves and take a step back and put ourselves for a moment in the shoes of our child. Why is our child viewing the situation in this way? Are they really covering up for an action, or is this how they interpreted the situation? What is their perception? When we step outside of our interpretation of the truth and instead begin to understand the perception of truth that someone else may be conveying, this is how we can truly begin to build better relationships and better understanding of one another. So I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Haqq, the truth, allows our understanding of truth and our knowledge of truth to expand, and our belief in the absolute truth of the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be our anchor in everything that we do. Jazakumullahu khair, and I look forward to speaking to you again as we continue to bring the divine into the daily. Assalamu alaikum.